Okay, Bear Pop Comics back again with Mike Downing. We're going to do something a little different today. I'm going to show you some of my personal collection. These are the graphic novels. I like collecting graphic novels. I sell comic books at all times because when you get comics and you read it, it was great when I was a kid and I used to read it, and I would run to the store and get another book for 25 cents or whatever to follow the rest of the story. Now with comic book prices climbed up as far as they could go, maybe not as far as they could go, it's a little strain on the budget to chase the next issue of whatever I'm reading. So I like to buy the issues, the singles, and then if I like it, I will go and get the graphic novel. So without any more delay, on the right side here, on my left side, you see the Black Panther. This graphic novel pretty much covers a lot of the Black Panther stuff from the 70s, which is when I really got into them. And it's got everything in there, even from the Marvel value stamps. So if anybody is watching this that started collecting in the 70s, you know the Marvel value stamps and how it was great as a kid to pick that kind of stuff up. You had it in a book, it was like it was a big deal. So I'm going to get further into the collection. Batman's always been my favorite out of DC. I don't really do a lot of DC, but I like Batman. So you're going to see a lot of them during this collection. Oh, it was getting ready to tip over. Let's get him set up. We want Batman losing his balance. So we have Batman, The Long Halloween. This was also made into an animated movie. Book is good. The animated movie is good. So that stands without reason that I would like this. Okay, we have another one coming. And once again, this is my personal collection. I'm not selling these because it's just something that I'm attached to. You know, maybe one point I will. This was something else started with DC, the DC universe. It came from the Dark Knight's Metal run, and they did a lot of spin-off. Didn't really take off, but I liked it. This character is the Silencer. So as you kind of figure, it's like a female Punisher, but John Romita Jr. did the artwork, and stories are good, and I couldn't pass it up. I got volume 1, Code of Honor. I'm going to eventually get volume 2. Not at this point right now, but I liked it. And we're going to go to something from Aftershock, which is a indie comic company. And I tell you guys, don't sleep on the indie comic companies. They have very, very good stories, very, very good art. So what we have is We Live Volume 1. Kind of a post-apocalyptic type thing, and the story that they're dealing with a destroyed world, and heroes arise from this world. And I can't tell you anything else, but that this was also a good story. Try not to get too much into it because I want to perk your interest. So if you don't have a local comic shop around you at LCS, you'll go online and purchase these books, probably on Amazon or at a comic site. You know, there's a lot of comic sites selling their stuff online, or companies. So, you know, you kind of can judge the book for yourself, but I love it. The first thing that catches me is the art. I like the incredible artwork because I do my own art. And eventually I will be showing you some more Bear Pop Comics art as I'm working on the book. Okay, so we have We Live Volume 1. We also have We Live Volume 2. Love this cover. I can't say nothing else about it. I love this cover. It was the story. I haven't completed all the story in Volume 1, but if it's anything like Volume 1, this would be a great read. And this was hard to find in the comics. Once this started to amp up, I couldn't find it in the comic shop. So I was forced to go get the graphic novels. Okay, we're going over to Image with Gunslinger Spawn, Volume 1. Told you about Spawn. Something about Spawn and Todd McFarlane. I just like his story and how he's come out with his characters and how he pursued forward and pushed forward to be the success he is today. It's a documentary on him on YouTube. If you want to hear anything about Todd McFarlane and how he started Spawn and how he used to work for Marvel Comics, even the formation of Image, go on YouTube and type that in, pull it up. It's very interesting if you're in the comics. Okay, we have Spawn Gunslinger Spawn, Volume 2. I have that. This is my personal stock, my personal wine cellar. These are my fine wines for comics from me. For me, I'm not saying for anyone else. Okay, we have Black Ops Call of Duty. What caught me with this was the artwork. I don't play video games. Not that I have anything against them. It's just I can't afford another hobby. I do music, and that's very expensive in itself. So to collect comics and music, my wife will be putting me out the house. I'm sorry, to collect comics, music, and video games, she would be putting me out the house. Let's rephrase that. So before I pull this away, I stumbled on this, and I believe Walmart, of all places. No, it wasn't Walmart. Forgive me. It was Ollie's. Ollie's is a good place to find a lot of graphic novels and comics, and they're cheap. So if you try it out there, you're not blowing the wallet. Okay, so back to one of my favorites from DC. We have Batman 0 Year Secret City Volume 4. Don't know where Volume 1, 2, and 3 is, but if I have to get it, I'll get it. That's one reason I haven't picked up this book here, because I got to get the rest of the volumes. I've stumbled across them in the comics, but I never completed the story. So, moving right along, I call this DC's Comics Black Iron Man, and he's been my favorite too. Hardware. This was the original run from the 90s when Milestone started. That's when Static Shock came out, Icon, so forth and so on. So, Hardware, The Man in the Machine. I've read this book. This book is really good. It goes, a little unexpected at times, but it's a good book, good read. Go pick this up. Get it online. Search for it at your LCS if you have one near you. And I have Amidst the Controversy, Captain America, the Complete Collection, Volume 1. And I had this, Sam Wilson, Captain America, which was the Falcon. And I had this because I saw the movie. Anybody that's seen the movie and said it was bad, you have a right to your own opinion. But I thought the movie was great. This doesn't totally capture everything in the movie, but there's some elements from this that was in the movie. So let's keep moving along. Okay, so we have Berserker Volume 1. This is from Boom Studios. So this was hot at one time because Keanu Reeves developed this character, I believe. So now, I don't think the movie is coming out. It may come out later, but this is, he's like an immortal character, like an immortal soldier, basically. It's a good read. All right, keep going. We're back to my buddy Bruce Wayne, Batman. This is DC Universe Rebirth, Batman, Volume 2, I Am Suicide. This includes Catwoman in it. And, sorry, I'm not Mr. Batman over. We can't do that. Okay. And we have Batman, The Dark Knight, Volume 1, Night Terrors. I did read this story. I'm not even going to tell you about it, but it's good. It's got a crazy scarecrow plot in it that mixes with Bane. Interesting. Okay, I showed you guys this before, but I showed you the single issues. Ain't No Grave. And this is the total graphic novel that collects, I think it was issues 1 to 5, and Scotty Young art, which just can't do anything with that, but say that's fantastic. So this was one of my favorite reads in 2024, going to 2025, until I picked up this little gem right here. I started getting it also from Image. Rook, Exodus, Volume 1. I told you guys how good this book is. This was the book that had the wardens. They were game wardens, basically. They could these helmets control these animals, and whoever controlled the animals controlled the planet. And there's a couple of game wardens, and they war against each other for the control of the planet. Corporate corruption, all that kind of stuff in it. And the art is fantastic, So this was, I couldn't wait to get this. I had to pre-order it, to be honest with you. I had to wait for it to come in the mail. And it just came in, and I did this before Christmas time. So this is another good book to pick up on Amazon. Look on eBay. I'm not selling it. Not at this time. I'm not selling it, but if you're interested, check it out. Okay, we have, I got a lot of Batman in here today. The next Batman, the Future State. This one was, I got this from Ollie's, and I got it at a pretty cheap price. I have not read it yet, but the art looked really decent inside, so let me get into that. Okay. I got a stack growing on this other side. I got to keep checking it because I don't want it to fall over. All right. This one was from Dark Horse Comics. And this is called Canary. It was like a supernatural mystery with a bounty hunter type cowboy guy. And, I started reading it. It's very interesting. I used to like the covers and everything. So picked this one up. Then we have Bloodshot Volume 1 from Valiant. I always told you about Bloodshot in the last videos. It's like a cross between Captain America, the Punisher, and the Wolverine. He has nanobites in his blood that repairs him when he gets, shot or, blown up or whatever. He's a super soldier, The movie is been out, has Vin Diesel in it. So pull it up on your television somewhere. I'm sure one of these apps has the old movie. Unfortunately, it came out right during the beginning of when COVID hit hard. The first year the pandemic came out. So the movie was in theaters, but however, people couldn't go see it. So they had set it up on demand where you could watch it for free. That was kind of sad for Valiant because this is a good character. I think that they would have had a nice shot as a contender between the big two, Marvel and DC. So we're moving on to, I didn't get Bloodshot Volume 2. I wound up running into Volume 3, The Harbinger Wars. This one, it's still good. I haven't read all of it because I gotta search Volume 2. So this gives me an idea of what to look for on eBay. Okay, and this book here, I'm sure everybody heard about this. They had a movie on this. And it's funny, the subtitle, I have a comic book under that same name, not the same character. So it was Kick-Ass, The New Girl, Book 1. This book was great. Action, it was funny. Got sensitive at times, but it's a great read. I read it from cover to cover. Mark Millar and John Romita Jr. I like them both. Okay, we're moving right along. I'm still digging an Image because I like a lot of Image graphic novels. Redneck. I didn't read it all yet, but I can tell you this is basically redneck vampires. I hope I didn't offend anybody with that title. But that's the title's called Redneck. So it's like, hillbilly vampires basically. And it's for mature readers. So was the one I pulled before that, Kick Ass. These books, I want to give a disclaimer here to make sure I don't get myself in any trouble. A lot of these books, except for what you're seeing over here with the Black Panther, they're not really kid friendly. The Captain America one was, but these are more for adult readers. So if you're going to pick this stuff up, it's for the adult readers. You get something for your kids, we can get on the video later on with that, and I can tell you the stuff that's appropriate for young people to read if you want to get them in the comics. Okay, moving right along. Another Image title, and this is No One. And this character's like how can I describe him? Like a cross between Daredevil and Batman, but he has a mask where you can't see who he is. You don't see eyes or nothing. It's just face is just covered. But he can see out of it, and he deals with city corruption, with the police force and the mayor and all that different stuff. And he's taking jokers out, as you can see from the cover. This one I haven't dug into yet, but I heard like it got a lot of good reviews. So, and last but not least, I have more, but we're not going to do all of them today because this video will be entirely too long. This was a book I just picked up because I liked the artwork in it. And I'm going to try to slide back because it's a little bigger than what I generally put up here. So we're going to go back slowly. And this is called Overwatch Volume 2, The Art of Overwatch Volume 2. And what it just basically has is the art from the video game. And once again, I'm not that much in video games because I'm not trying to get myself into a financial hole. Because I get addicted, but the art is amazing, and I use some of the examples just to get into what I have, when I'm creating my own art. We got a few more minutes to go, so I'm gonna pull out 2 more graphic novels. So this one here is from Vault Comics. It's The Rush. This is another supernatural Western. No, I won't say supernatural Western. Let's go a little bit deeper than that. This is more of a sci-fi type of Western book. The cover grabs you right off the point. It's like, wow, that's an interesting cover. So that's something else I want to dive into. And I'm going to show you my last one. The last one is Void Rivals. That is a Image title, and that's a spin-off from the Transformers. So this got a lot of good reviews too. So these are some of these things I just started reading. I didn't even get into them all yet, but because I've heard good things about them, I want to keep them. If I read it and I'm dissatisfied with it, that's usually when I put it up for sale, or if it doesn't, the term doesn't blow up my skirt. But this is what I have right now to show you for this video. There's a whole lot of other stuff in my personal collection that we can get into. But I just wanted to share that with the Bear Pop Comic followers today, and might inspire you to go pick some of this stuff up. And keep in mind that the other videos, I sell comics on my eBay site, and that's Bear Pop Comics at eBay. And the music that you hear, I composed that myself. I am a producer, composer, so that's from the Kickback Lounge, and I'll leave a link in the description. You guys might want some music for your videos. Get at me, and then I'll work out something great for you.